It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we're watching the Snowhawks. Rocket on quarterback. He had the green light to sling it last week. Over 450 yards passing. It's the Snowhawks and the Bulls. Under the lights on Thursday night.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League finds us north of the border in the beautiful city of Toronto, Canada. Tonight we kick off Week 7 with a great Thursday night matchup here, as it'll be the Bulls of Buenos Aires taking on the Snowhawks of Toronto. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Toronto Ball Club as they enter play here. They're off to a terrific start, unbeaten at 5-0 through the first month and change.
And you can hang a lot of this early success on their defense, too. They're the tone setters for these guys, and the entire team feeds off of what they do.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Argentinians, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking sharp. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Jones now on the return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. A look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with the coverage holding him to 3 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
This is what this man was born for, the big spotlight on the national stage like this. Really, his entire career has demonstrated incredible poise no matter what type of situation his team was in. No situation is too big for him, and you can tell in the way that he takes the field. His self-belief is evident, and he gets the job done in his mind each and every time.
The numbers for him from a week ago, 15 carries, 74 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
Here's Jones on the return.
A good head-down running on the return, gets about 15 yards.
And out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll have it past midfield, almost close to the 40 before being taken down. That good for 22 and a first down. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all Lebanon defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Looking to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. You look at this defense, and they're currently 21st, Charles, in the NFL against the run.
And when people talk about facing a challenge, they are certainly getting one in this ball game because they're facing the #1 rushing unit in the NFL.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They are coming off the game last week, which a very interesting game, and Charles, ultimately it ended in a tie.
And that's difficult on teams because, let's face it, Brandon, they just don't know how to react. I mean, who does? Did you win? No. Did you lose? No. Because when you win, you jump up and down. Life's good. When you lose, you set your face in that stone look so that you show that you weren't hurt. I think it's one of those things at the end of the year you find out just how you're supposed to feel about that tie. Did it help you or hurt you in the standings? Then you'll know what you really should have felt that game.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 15 yards on the play, first down. Now back to throw. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and are controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. A 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. But now this offense comes back out onto the field. And, partner, I know so far, and we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right? Where these teams are locked in and going at it. No points going up on the scoreboard. I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. They'll get 11, but still a little short. Fourth down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on third and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
And shedding through the tackle. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Buenos Aires about set for another try on offense. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 59 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And some oohs and ahs from the crowd as he jukes his way forward for a couple of yards. From a couple of yards beyond midfield, here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. A gain of 8 there on the play. And 3rd and 1 now. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On play action, they'll throw. And that is incomplete. And the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it. And that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And his throw is going to be incomplete. But you look at this defense. They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you can tell by this team, all right? Anytime you can tell your offense, hey, just get us a couple touchdowns. We got this thing locked down. That's when you know you're playing well and you're carrying your team along.
Pass interference. Defense.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Toronto in possession of the football. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. As they've got it as we resume action. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
We need this. Let's do it.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Snowhawks post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's doing his thing. He's got some good yardage, but his team right now in the second quarter, 0 points.
Just not a complete formula. Half of it's there, being able to run the ball and set the tone. What if they may have to go to some play action, throw off the run game, and try to get the ball in the end zone?
I was just going to ask you that same thing. Maybe you use that run now to set up the pass, right?
I would think so because the run has been very effective for them.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from home. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. Pressure comes and down he goes. Cameron Jordan, that is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
And he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks are starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. He'll take it at the 42. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. A good pickup there at 22. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. He'll look to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A very solid gain of 27.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Back to throw here.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted.
And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. 75 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. They'll give him 4 yards there. And now it's 3rd and 3. They'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
That's complete to Parker Washington. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. From the gun, he'll hand this off. They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Back to throw now on 1st down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
They're just going to run a drive route here with their tight end. Let him get upfield about 10 yards and then move toward the middle of the field. This ball's right on target, and it results in a 1st down.
Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the 2nd quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Hands it off out of the gun. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 88 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down. They'll drop to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. The kick by McManus is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
One final goal for this offense here in this first half. And with a 7-3 lead, we'll see how aggressive they want to be. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And he will find his man on the outside.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Looking middle, and that's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be second down. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This one from 46 yards out. Gonzalez's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and CD in a minute. First, it's time to take a look at what we've got coming your way this weekend in the NFL. Some great games still to come, and I think we highlighted one of the better ones right there, as that promises to be a tight one. Plenty to like about the late afternoon games as well. As you see by the highlight, these guys are in for a battle, taking on what should be a very tough opponent. And then lastly, on Sunday Night Football, those fans will be riled up as it'll be a good matchup between their guys and what equates to be a very tough opponent.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, there were 3 talking points at the half, partner. All of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want exciting, you got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 3rd and 3. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. They'll look to throw again. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Call that a gain of 11. Again, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. 2nd down and 4. They'll look to throw here. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Back to throw. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut him down on that attempt?
Gonzalez's kick is good, and they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the 1st half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the 2nd half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Jones has it. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll get about 2 there to the 36. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added onto their lead, but that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true.
Yeah.
Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They'll set up to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And the lead stretches 16-3 now.
A second field goal here this 3rd quarter, and his 3rd of the game so far.
He's been an important part of the offense, that's for sure, and they may need him again before this one's said and done. So I would treat him like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter. Leave him alone and let him focus.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he's up in it after a gain of 4, up to the 25-yard line.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Off the RPO, he completes it. The broken tackle couldn't create a ton of space. He'll be taken down just beyond the 35-yard line.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6.
Looking to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the 1st half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
That's the thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here.
Right now. Take it to the end zone, fellas. Get
Here's a handoff out of the gun. Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception setting up a terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Well, the Buenos Aires offense back out now.
And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. And they'll send the slot in motion left.
They'll fake it on a jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On play action, they'll throw.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Welcome back to Toronto as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the 4th quarter. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still 10 here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2nd and 11. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It'll be a gain of 5. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Back to throw again.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Now back to throw.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that will
extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
Well, the Buenos Aires offense back out now. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys already start to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Can't get away, and he's taken down.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
So possession goes over here on the punt. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they got to do it with some gusto, too.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's go up there. Keep it rolling, boys. Keep it rolling.
Here's a give up the middle. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. Here it's 3rd and 2. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Buenos Aires about set for another try on offense. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 15 more yards there, and quickly another 1st down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throwing the slant pattern here, complete. call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's second down. He'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down. Back to throw here. And his throw is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now the throw here, hauled in. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. It's a gain of 9. 2nd and 1. A quick throw, but incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he's able to get up here to the 26. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Toronto, the win for them is number 6 on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Buenos Aires, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.